All right, guys, we're really doing this. I'm going to show you guys how I ride a mat and some of the theories behind mat riding, and this is obviously going to be individual to all you guys. So a good place to start with inflation is a 90-degree angle. So this is a little overinflated, so I'm going to let a little air out, kind of get to the 90, and this is more advanced. This is where I ride my mat. So when I bend it, it's right here. Because you have to realize what's cool about the surf mat is you can change the inflation while you're riding. It's one of the few surf crafts that's dynamic. It changes shapes. Surfboards are rigid, hand planes are rigid, all that jazz. So for me being a body surfer, I really enjoy the surf mat. So I feel like when you're body surfing, you can prone, lay back, you can do spins, you're always adapting to the wave. You can do the same thing with the surf mat. They do recommend, though, that you run a 45-degree angle with air. So you're gonna would inflate this, and you're gonna go to here. The more air, the more rigid the mat's gonna be, so it's gonna be easier for you guys to ride. And the other thing, the trick is just getting these things out. They're super buoyant. So you gotta kind of bear hug them. Or be smart and look for rips or waves aren't breaking, kind of kick over there. This is the connoisseur, the surf connoisseur's art right here. This is level 10 wave riding. This is not easy. This took me years to get down. So I'm gonna show you guys right now kind of how I get onto a wave. I tend to do the kickboard where I put the mat in front of me and see how I'm squeezing the mat, not making it more rigid, right? It's making it straighter. And jam that plug in there. So say I'm at wedge, right? Trying to get a side wave. Wave's coming, I'm gonna squeeze the back of the mat, create it more rigid, make my body as rigid as possible. I'm essentially creating as much surface area as possible to catch the wave. I'm gonna kick as hard as I can, and just like surfing, once you feel that trim, that click, when you're going, pull the mat into you. And it's more seamless, obviously, when you got some power behind you in the water. Pull the mat into you, you're gonna jump up onto the mat, and a proper mat riding position is up on the mat. Your body helps create that stiffness. Now look at the mat. See, now it's stiff. All right? So say we're at wedge and we're going left. I'm up on the mat. I'm going to go ahead and press down on the inside rail. What that does is, since this is a dynamic surf craft, it's going to set and put more pressure on that inside edge. So it's going to hook up and trim so I can stay in the barrel. So what I would do is, you can also use your fin. All right, and your leg, just like body surfing. That's why I like these mats. There's some similarities to matting and body surfing. You're gonna push, I like to push down. Some dudes will come underneath and squeeze, all the same. Push down, you can take your right hand if you're going left, pull a little bit up on the mat, put your fin in, squeeze and set the rail, all right? Now I'm in the wave, I come out of the barrel, and what you can do is, by letting go of the rail, you're lessening the stiffness in the rail. Now you have less air in the mat, and that makes the mat faster. So in flatter sections, you just want to get up. I'm going to post a photo of my buddy Jamie. He's a badass mat surfer from the East Coast. There's a photo of him with hands back, like total prone flying. So when you get in that flat, kind of fat, meaty section of the wave, you can just let go and enjoy the ride. But when you want to go up into a steeper section into the tube, press down, get your foot in the water and lean into the wave. All right, and then flatter sections, you can kind of take your hands off the mat. And essentially what it's doing is the mat has less air and it kind of conforms and almost like skips and hydroplanes. It's insane. There's like, that's why they're called fourth gear flyers, right? First gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. There's different gears of these things. And at first it's super challenging. Don't get frustrated. A lot of people have a tendency, they'll try to ride it like a boogie. There's too much flex, it won't work. I am guilty of getting back on a mat. I get a little heat sometimes, but when I'm riding wedge in deep barrels, I scoop back on the mat, okay? It's a little dangerous at wedge, you know, in 3 foot of water where there's a 10-foot shore break over your head, to be sitting like this. So I'll post photos. When I'm in the barrel, I will get back on the mat, and then I'll pop back up. Just different situations for different waves.